So hi everyone, I am JK Houston together with Miss Marjorie Gura. And for today's video, we are going to discuss the biography of Abraham Maslow and also his contribution to psychology. So without further ado, let's get started. Abraham Maslow was an American psychologist who developed a hierarchy of needs that explained the human motivation. His theory suggested that people have a number of basic needs that must be met before people move up the hierarchy to pursue more social, emotional, and self actualizing needs. So let's proceed to early life of Maslow. He was born on April 1, 1908 in Brooklyn, New York, where he grew up and later on, together with his parents who immigrated from Russia, Maslow described his early childhood as unhappy and lonely because he spent most of his time in the library, especially reading immersive books. He has also studied a law at the City College of New York, or CCNY. After developing an interest in psychology, he switched to the University of Wisconsin, and where he found a mentor and psychologist, which is the Harry Harlow, which who served as his doctoral advisor. So after that, Maslow earned all three of his degrees in psychology. So together with the bachelor's, master's, and the doctorate from the University of Wisconsin. Maslow believed that they were such exceptional people that he began to analyze and take notes on their behavior, and this analysis served as the basis for his theories and research on human potential. During the 1950s, Maslow became one of the founder and driving forces behind the school of thought known as the humanistic psychology. So his theory it includes the hierarchy of needs. The hierarchy of needs special in self-actualization and the peak experiences, in which it became the fundamental subjects in the humanist movement. Maslow made a number of important contributions to the field of psychology, and today he is remembered as one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century. So, among of his contributions, his theory focuses on the positive aspects of human nature. So, at a time when most psychologists focus on aspects of human nature that were considered abnormal, that's the time where Abraham Maslow shifted and focused to look at the positive sides of the mental health. The second one is his influence in how we see mental health. His interest in human potential, peak experiences, the improvement of mental health, and the personal growth had a lasting influence on psychology, and his work continues to exert an influence today, even in today's generation. While Maslow's work fell out of favor with many academic psychologists and suggests his hierarchy might be due for an update, his theory are enjoying a resurgence due to the rising interest in the positive psychology, and that's it.
So hi everyone, I'm going to discuss the Maslow's contributions to humanistic psychology. Soon after Maslow began his career, he grew frustrated with the two dominant forces of psychology at the time, Freudian psychoanalysis and behavioral psychology. Maslow believed that psychoanalysis focused too much on the sick half of psychology. Likewise, he believed that behaviorism did not focus enough on how humans differ from the animals studied in behaviorism. He thus contributed to the third force of psychology that arose in response to this frustration, Humanistic, humanistic psychology. Humanistic psychology gained influence in the mid-20th century for its focus on individuals' innate drive to self-actualize, express oneself, and achieve their full potential. Maslow himself was known to have been a big believer in this view. He was widely known for his optimism throughout his research. Further, his works were some of the first to deviate from psychology's dominant focus on pathology and instead explore what it takes for humans to reach their full potential. A key reason why Maslow's work triggered a movement is owed to the way he positioned the role of human unconsciousness. Like Freud, a proponent of the dominant psychoanalytic approach at the time, Maslow acknowledged the presence of the human unconsciousness. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In 1943, Maslow published the epoch-making article of his career, A Theory of Human Motivation, which appeared in the journal Motivation and Personality. In the paper, Maslow argued that the fundamental desires of human beings are similar despite the multitude of conscious desires. According to that theory, humans possess higher and lower order needs, which are arranged in a hierarchy. These needs are physiological needs, safety, belongingness and love, esteem and self-actualization. In his article, Maslow describes these needs as being arranged in the hierarchy of prepotency. So at the bottom of the hierarchy are physiological needs, which are considered universal. Among the physiological needs are air, water, food, sleep, health, clothes, and shelter. These needs, positioned at the bottom of the pyramid, signifies they are fundamental to human well-being and will always take priority over other needs. Next in the hierarchy are safety needs. If a person does not feel safe in their environment, they are unlikely to guide attention toward trying to meet higher order needs. In particular, safety needs include personal and emotional security, financial security, and well-being. Third in the hierarchy is the need for love and belonging through family connections, friendship, and intimacy. So, humans are wired for connection, meaning that we seek acceptance and support from others, either one-on-one or in groups, such as clubs, professional organizations, or online communities. In the absence of these connections, we fall susceptible to states of ill-being such as clinical depression. The fourth level of the hierarchy is esteem needs. According to Maslow, there are two subtypes of esteem. The first is esteem reflected in others' perceptions of us. That is, esteem in the form of prestige, status, recognition, attention, appreciation, or admiration. The second form of esteem is rooted in a desire for confidence, strength, independence, and the ability to achieve. Further, Maslow notes that when our esteem needs are threatened, feelings of inferiority, weakness, or helplessness are likely to arise. So at the top of Maslow's hierarchy is self-actualization. According to Maslow, humans will only seek the satisfaction of this need following the satisfaction of all the lower order needs. While scholars have refined the definition of self-actualization over the years, Maslow related it to the feeling of discontent and restlessness when one is not putting their strength to full use. Examples of self-actualization needs include the acquisition of a romantic partner, parenting, the utilization and development of one's talents and abilities and goal pursuit. So that's all. Thank you.